Hello.
Hello, Mitch. How are you?
How, how are you today?
I'm excellent. Thanks for asking.
I love it when people are excellent. Why are you excellent?
Well, because I have a lesson with you today.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. How was your weekend?
My weekend, last weekend, it was
Hmm.
pretty nice. Usually I spend my time tidying my house, go to the supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
things that I can do in the week, especially.
Yeah, definitely. That's what weekends are for, right? Your time.
Yes. I take my time with my dog, with my family, cooking,
Okay,
some
that's
things
good.
like
I,
that.
I like I like to do the same. A lot of my weekends though consist of teaching because people like to be taught on the weekends because that's when they have free time.
Yes,
So
yes.
normally my days sort of actually blend together. So my weekdays and my weekends are exactly the same.
Mm.
So I noticed that you would like to go through an article today.
Yeah, I like to propose you, but I'm not sure if you have another suggest for today.
Oh no, it's perfect. I love the fact that it is a article about wildlife. So let's go through it.
Okay. Uh, Teacher Mitch, please,
Yes.
before to continue, please give me your okay that I can share this video in my web channel, my YouTube
Yes,
channel.
yes. Of course. You asked me before in a previous lesson.
Mhm.
So it still continues from that. You're welcome to use it on your
Thank
yeah,
you.
I get
Thank you.
it. Yeah, you're more than welcome to use it. I think I've also got a couple little faces here. Here are my faces.
Do you have as well?
So when you're misbehaving, then I'm angry.
Okay. Yeah, I have 5 emotions, I think so. When I like something,
Yes.
I thumbs up. When I am sad, when it's the end of the lesson, feel sad. That's a amazing lesson. My big heart.
Okay.
Oh yes, I have
So
one more. My last emotion,
okay, when you're
angry.
angry, when the
Yes.
lesson is going terribly.
No. When the lesson's ending, or don't have time, or I lose some words.
Yeah, okay. So you took a lot of the expressions from Facebook or from WhatsApp.
Yes, this emojis, emoticons. I don't know how
Em-
can I say
It's exactly the same. Emoticons and emojis are the same thing.
emojis.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we say in Portuguese we say emojis. Well, it's I participated. I enjoyed a conference from Facebook last
Okay.
2 years ago, and I received these kinds of souvenirs, some stickers. So
Okay,
I'm
so you
using
just
this.
use the stickers. That's really
Yes.
easy. That's really easy. That's perfect. Yeah, so I use my little faces when I'm teaching children because the first thing that's nice to teach them is expressions.
You can use for me as well. Don't worry, I'm not a child, but you can use. I like.
Cool. I'll try and use a couple of them every now and then. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can both
Okay.
see the
hmm
article together. And then we'll just work through it as it comes up. So, we're going to be talking about how photographers help raise money for African wildlife.
hmm
Have you ever been on a safari before?
No, it's my dream,
Oh,
Mitch.
yeah.
My
And
dream.
where would you like to do a
They
safari?
they look so cute. These baby lions.
They
Lions,
look
I think.
very cute. Yes, those are
Yes.
little.
I think almost baby animal. They look
Yeah,
like so cute. Another
cute,
word.
cute and
Cute,
fluffy.
fluffy. Yeah, fluffy. It's like A toy, yes?
Yes,
Fluffy.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when their fur is all long and soft, then we say it's fluffy.
Fluffy. Mm-hmm.
Mm. And now, do you know what we call a baby lion in
No,
English? So a baby lion
it's not
is
baby.
called it's called a cub. A cub.
Cub.
A cub.
Whoa.
Okay, so a baby lion is called a cub.
Cub. Mm-hmm.
So any cat that has a baby, you would call it a cub.
Cub.
Okay, so it's the
But
same as,
just for lion. Yes.
yes, and for cats. So if a cheetah has a baby cheetah, you would call it a baby cub. So all cats,
Mm-hmm.
the species of cats, their babies are called cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Nice.
leopards, cheetahs, lions, jaguars, all of those cubs. Cool.
The family. I don't know. Is the
Yeah.
cat family? No, I forgot the specific word. You mentioned. I think so.
Oh, did I? Oh well,
Uh,
let's not get stuck on the specific word.
okay. Okay.
Cool. So let's go through some vocabulary. I would like you to read the word for me, the word's definition, and then the word in context.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Can I guess the pronounce?
Yes, and then I will
Okay.
help you with the pronunciation if you get it wrong.
Okay. Fundraiser.
A fundraiser.
Fundraiser.
Nice.
Fundraiser. Something that's done in order to collect money for a charity, organization, cause, etc.
Perfect.
We are hoping to get some local celebrities to come to our charity fundraiser.
So how
Fundraiser.
fundraiser. It's a charity,
Fundraiser.
charity,
Charity. Che.
fun. Yeah, charity fundraiser. Cool.
Charity fundraiser.
All right, the next word, conservation.
Conservation. Conservation, the act of protecting something from the change, loss, injury, etc. I'm studying biology, so I can get a job with the Department of Conservation.
Perfect. So in South Africa, we have a lot of nature conservation sites. So places that are protecting nature, lots of them.
I think so.
We have one of the most famous places, which is called the Kruger National Park.
Park.
And
Yes.
it's also one of the biggest nature reserves in Africa. So it's huge. You will see everything, every kind of animal you can dream of. It is in the Kruger National Park. Very beautiful place.
Have you been there?
Yes, I have been there. I have been there twice.
Twice.
I went there when I was a kid, so I was quite young. And then I went there again when I was older. I had more fun when I was younger because everything was still new and animals were still exciting. The next time I
Huge,
went,
biggie,
yeah. So
the
the next time,
perspective. Mhm.
yeah, exactly. The next time I went, I had a different idea. So I started saying, like, it's horrible that animals are kept in captivity, and we shouldn't be just looking after animals so humans can get entertainment from it. So when I went the next time, I sort of had all these doubts in my head. But I did learn that at the Kruger National Park, all of the animals are rescue animals, and none of them are kept in captivity. They're still let to roam around and to be free as if it was a natural environment, but they're looked after. So there's fences around them and stuff like that. But they're not, it's not like a zoo.
Mhm.
Zoos, I don't really agree with zoos.
Yeah. And you have like a rooms for any animals. They are enclosed in a
Mm.
jail. jail. I don't know.
Yes, yes, like a jail,
Jail.
exactly. So like a zoo is like putting an animal in like level 5 lockdown where you're not allowed to leave your
Ah,
house.
yes, yes, yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
imagine how you felt when you were in lockdown for maybe 3 months. These animals are in lockdown for their entire life. So
Entire life.
that that's why I don't like zoos. And funny enough, South Africans have a similar feeling because we have so much nature conservation around us. No one likes zoos. So a lot of our zoos have closed down because no one is going to them. But that I think that's just because of where we live, and there's so much nature and so much animals. We don't need zoos to go and look at the animals. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cool.
That's
So let's carry on. We've still got a couple more words here.
uh, okay. Effort.
Perfect.
Attempted to do something, particularly something difficult. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have trouble with particularly,
Particularly, particularly.
particularly,
I also have
particularly,
a bit of a. It's one of those slightly difficult ones to pronounce. Particularly. Ooh.
particularly. I make an effort to keep fit. I'm too.
Me too. I'll try.
I'm trying. Response.
Yeah.
Response and answer after or reaction to something. Protests took place all around the world in response to George Floyd's death.
That was part
Floyd's
of the.
death. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was part of the Black Lives Matter movement when one of the police officers in America shot and killed, or actually he didn't shoot and kill, he strangled.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he strangled a citizen, and that caused a huge outbreak. And I think it was very important because it's important to address racism, especially in the police force and especially in the USA. They do things a bit different than we
Mm-hmm.
do things in our country.
We are and we face the same here in Brazil. We have a lot of case like the okay bad behavior or strong behavior. I don't know.
Mm. Of the police force.
Yeah, the police.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
police.
yeah. So in South Africa, it's a little bit different. Our police officers are useless. They're not good at doing anything. They're not even good at doing bad things. They're just bad at everything. so, so we don't really have much confidence in our force. Where I feel like America, like they have a lot of confidence in their police to do, police work. Where our police officers don't do any work. They're all fat. Cool. So the last word, contribute. Yeah.
Contribute. To give money, time, energy, etc. to help achieve something. She contributes money to many organizations.
Cool. Do you contribute money to many organizations?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Give money, no, but I can give my time, my where else? My knowledgement, share my knowledgement, work with some OMG,
uh,
uh,
an OMG or an NGO? Because
yeah, I think that's the same. Because
an ONG is oh my god, and
no, like
ONG. Oh, I heard M. I thought you said OMG.
organization, non-profit. I think so.
Okay, yes, it's the same.
Yeah, yes. I've teaching for some a volunteering work. So that's the way that I contribute, but not giving money.
I do similar things. I'd rather volunteer my time than give my money because when you give your money, you don't really know where it's going. So you can say, "Oh,
Yes.
here's $1,000, but that $1,000 is going to the CEO who needs his paycheck or whatever, you know. So who knows where money goes? But I know where my time goes because I do the time. Cool.
Yes. Time is
So
money.
time is money. Let's see if we can get through this article. Okay.
Okay. Photographers.
So before you start, if you make a pronunciation error, I'm not going to stop you because I want you to carry on reading. However, I will highlight it. And then sentence or end of the paragraph, we'll go over it together, okay?
That's right. Okay.
Cool.
Photographers help raise money for African wildlife. More than, I know this article have a lot of numbers, so I never pause. Okay, more than 170 photographers are taking part in the fundraiser to help raise money for the South Africa conservation group African Parks. The fundraiser, which is called the Prints for Wildlife, sells wildlife prints by an international group of photographers to help support local communities and wildlife conservation. It was started by Dutch photographer Pai Eyats and Australian photographer Marion Pea to support conservation efforts during the coronavirus pandemic. And this year, it wants to raise $1 million.
That's pretty nice. I hope they can do that.
Nice. Prints will be sold for $100. $100 each. They can be bought through the fundraiser's website at printsforwildlife.org until August 11, 2021.
Nice.
11th, I think so.
Yes, August the 11th, 2021. When we're reading it like this, you know, a lot of the times you'll be reading in your head. So I would just say August 11, 2021. If I was speaking out loud, I would say August 11th, 2021. Cool. And these are some of the prints, as you can see. So the first one is of a giraffe. And now the second print here, that is not from South Africa. I can tell you for free that that is not in South Africa. We don't have ice and glaciers and snow on mountains that is near the ocean, nowhere near South Africa. So I don't know where that image is from.
Okay.
So this is an article, you know, that is about South Africa here, South African Conservation Group. We don't have these kinds of images in South Africa.
Thanks for your
just a little bit of clarity. I don't want
okay.
you to, I don't want you to think like, oh, I'm going to go to South Africa and I'm going to see snow on mountains. Yes, there are certain regions that have snow, but not all the time. And some winters we don't even get snow. So, you know, cool. Let's carry on.
This will be the second Printers for Wildlife event. In 2020, the first event sold more than 6,500 prints in 30 days, raising more than $660,000 for the group.
Perfect.
Pretty hard to say numbers.
you say them perfectly well. Just take your time.
Yes.
Slowly get through it. No worries.
African parks manage 19 parks and protect areas in 11 countries, covering over 14.7 million hectares of land.
Perfect. Hectares of land.
Okay. It was started in the year 2020 in response to the poor management and funding given to conservation areas.
So it was started in the year 2020 or 2000?
2000. It's better.
Cool, perfect. Yes, a
2020.
minor,
Oh,
a
sorry.
minor mistake. It's because you're still thinking about last year.
Yeah. In 2019, tourism contributed almost $170 billion to Africa's economy. According to the fundraiser, wildlife tourism provides income to help support parks. But travel restrictions during the pandemic have meant that countries have lost billions of dollars. Andrea Haidloff.
Your guess is as best as mine when it comes to names.
Andrea Haidloff, Chief Marketing Officer of African Parks, told The Guardian that conservation was already in crisis before the coronavirus pandemic, and that it continues to be as the pandemic goes on.
Okay, so they did clarify that African Parks actually protects different areas in 11 countries. So these pictures would obviously be bears, polar bears, and countries that have snow. So at least they clarified that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's get on
We finished.
questions.
Okay.
We are finished. I thought there was one more paragraph for some reason, but we are finished.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can get into the general discussion and some of the questions. Okay. So,
Yes.
who started Prince for Wildlife?
Who? Two guys. One of them is a Dutch, and another one I forgot. Dutch.
And
Australian. No, Austrian.
Austrian. Nice.
Austria.
So Australia and Austria are very far away from each other, so not to get them confused. Okay, and their names were?
So the polar pictures, Austria, it's very close from the north, I think so.
Yes, so Austria and Netherlands, or so he says Dutch. So when someone says Dutch, the Dutch people come from Holland, Netherlands. Okay,
Netherlands.
so he's referring to the Netherlands. So the first guy is a Dutch photographer, P. Arts, and an Austrian photographer. So one comes from the Netherlands and one comes from Austria, which is all in Europe. Okay, and they're both very cold countries, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Let's have a look at the next question. So, will the prince be available until the end of the year?
No, sorry.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember
right.
August 11th, 2021.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And how much will each print cost?
I can remember. Okay, 100 each. Yes.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look here. So, how much money did the first Prince for Wildlife events raise? So, how much money did they make in total for the first event?
Please help me. This number. Okay, they are rising more than 660,000. Huge number.
Which is
huge amount.
That's a very good amount of money.
Actually, I think I can pay for one photographer, one picture, $100.
That's too expensive. I can't pay that.
For me, it's too expensive. I'm so sorry.
That I would love to, but I don't believe that a picture is worth $100. Maybe if it was the only picture and no one else could get that picture, and it was done by a very famous photographer, then I would say, okay, it's like it's a collectible piece. It's something that I can keep that no one else has, But
Like a
these are just
painting. I think
yes,
like a painting.
exactly,
Yes,
exactly. Also, a painting, the artist puts their emotion and their time and their feeling, where a picture is just like, click, click. So,
I shoot a lot of pictures, but I don't have this kind of feeling. The scenario, the perspective. I take a picture. Okay, it's
So some people see
a normal.
photography as yeah. Some people see photography as like a work of art. You have to get the right frame and the right subject matter and the right distance and all that good stuff. So a lot of photographers spend a lot of time trying to find the perfect picture, but I still don't think it's worth $100.
Me too.
Yeah, so let's get into the discussion, which is the last part of the exercise. What are your thoughts on Prince for Wildlife fundraiser? What do you think about it? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it will work? Do you think it has a future?
No, I think that's good. It's because it's a way that you can spread these scenarios for the world. You can how can I say not announce, divulgate. I don't know if this word exists.
I think you could say something on the lines
Spread,
of you could
spread,
yes, spread. You could expose the world
expose. Yes, you can expose
to this wildlife. And now what you
natural
can also
views.
yeah, so what you can also do is you can allow people who don't have the chance or the money to travel to be
Yes.
exposed to nature and to be exposed to wildlife so they can see these things.
Yes, that's exactly I'm trying to explain for you, Mitch.
Perfect. So hopefully you can go back and watch our video and then hear what I'm explaining so that you can explain it to me next time.
Okay.
Cool.
Challenge
So,
accepted.
challenges are good. Challenges are good. So, would you like to own one of these prints? I think I already know the answer.
Yeah. Okay. I would like, but for this, but I don't have money to pay.
So for this amount of money, it's a bit too expensive. Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe if it was $50, I might think that's okay because
Might.
yes, might. Because I mean, $50 is a fair amount of money. It's still a decent amount, but it's not too
15.
much.
15 or 50? Okay. 50.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess some money has to go to the photographer, some money has to go to the institution. So it's difficult.
Yeah. Well, because dollars, reals, $1, it's the same equivalent about almost 5 reals.
Okay, so listen to what it is in South Africa. $1 equals 15 rand.
15. Okay.
So $100 in my country is equal to 1,500 rand, which is a lot of money.
You can say 1,500.
Yes, 1,500. Yes, 1,500. So you would read the first number.
For
15,
just one picture.
But just so 1,500 rand for one picture. There are artists in my country who don't sell their art for that much. So two pictures can pay for rent. Can pay for rent in South Africa.
Oh, really? Oh,
so I could buy 2 pictures, or I could pay for rent.
Natural views, really, it's amazing. but yes, we need to balance this
The
kind.
price.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Meet. We just have few seconds. So
We
thanks
must
so
have
much.
this.